Soul mirrors, you have arrived. Relax and discover your greater life experience as we dive into the stories that need to be told. Angelic Oracle Kira Ra leads you on a journey of enlightened perspectives as she weaves together the elements waiting to be revealed and often not seen. Each week, co-hosts reveal their secrets and invite your sharing. A fascinating and dynamic hour that will leave your heart smiling and your soul singing. And of course, Kira Ra's famous mini soul readings. Be sure to call in. Ready to be amazed? Here is Angelic Oracle Kira Ra.
Namaste, beloved ones, and welcome to Soul Mirrors. In this moment, right now, what is your life reflecting? This evening is a beautiful moment. It is a moment of celebration. It is a moment of remembrance. It is a moment of integrity. It is a moment of divine witnessing. It is a moment that unique in any other experience of consciousness that we collectively have had the blessing of experiencing. We are at a moment of divine illumination, an empowered presence, and an ascended activity that has ignited the mastery, alchemical, transformative being that we all are. This is a big show tonight, and it's one that I'm just going to go through. I'm even sitting here in my desk because there's that much to share this evening. And of course, sharing this evening with me, coming in just a few minutes, will be the one, the only Jess Jutun, who joins me the first moment of every month. And we are so excited that she is here because remember, this week is also about that illuminated new moon. And we are in that energy, we are in that moment, and this is the time. If ever there was a if not now when moment where the universe is not just tapping you on the shoulder, the universe has you by the shoulders and is saying, hey, hello, what else do we have to do to get you to get it? You know, it's like, it really is, it's just a beautiful thing because we've collectively birthed this moment. And, you know, speaking of collectively birthing, and I'm watching that phone line fill up. One of the nice things about being at my desk is, little secret, I have a 49-inch curve. So I have all of you up here with me, and it's just so much easier. And so right now I'm seeing that the call board's already filling. So you want to get in there, 517-208-1500. Of course, only if you're with us live, which is when we broadcast on Tuesday evenings at 5 p.m. Pacific. If you're catching us over at iHeart or any of the other affiliates, you are listening to us in rebroadcast. So join us at YouTube, Official Shri and Kira, Tuesday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, when we do these recordings so that you can call in 517-208-1500. And so as we move into this moment, my heart, as I was preparing for this evening's sharing and being with all of you now, which is always a highlight for me in so many ways, I've been walking through the path of July. So many things have happened in June, have they not? Let's look back just a moment. Are we only a week into July? I mean, really, is it still only the first week of July? This rich month of experience is the awareness of June in full display. And the question is, what are you willing to see and do about this? And what is the mirror? If ever there was the moment of the mirror, it's right now. So as I was preparing for this evening's show, two things happened that I want to share with you right now. The first one is that I want to share something very sacred with all of you because it is the energy of this moment and it has been calling to me. And I do actually, many of you know, you've noticed I've been wearing the bridge, right? The eternal life raft. And this one was made for me in Cairo. It's actually one of a kind that was made for me when I was there with Sri Ramka. And I've not worn it in many, many years. And actually, no, forgive me. We had this made in Luxor, forgive me. And so I haven't worn it in many years. And it called to me a few months ago. And the other thing that has been calling, and I'm going to share this with you, it's not going to mean a lot at first, but what you're staring at right there, there it is. This little vial is the last of the Akhenaten oil, the pure Akhenaten oil, probably on the planet. Our dear friend who did live in Cairo disappeared during Arab Spring, and we've never been able to connect with him again. And he made this for us. And those of you that have been blessed to be working with this, and Jess Juntanen is one of them who made the Violet Ray Mist with this. So this is the very last of the Akhenaten oil. And I'll share with you why I'm sharing all this with you very specifically. This is an antique, and this is actually antique jade, and that is a Kuan Yin, and this is the ring of the Auricle, and it's worn on the thumb. And this ring assists when you're working in the trance stance, and it has great communicative energy. And this is one of the first ancient rings of oracles that I was very blessed to become the custodian of. And let's see if I can show you the Kuan Yin there. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? All that ancient. And then in this little box is something that's very, very sacred. And what this is an original ring of the high priest of Amarna. We're not even sure who it would have worn, but this is the real artifact. It was found at Amarna. It is from the period of Akhenaten and Nefertiti. It is the real thing. There you go. It is the Eye of Horus. And look at the color, look at the blue, look at that. And I only bring it out on very rare occasions. And I was told to bring it out this evening because you'll notice I never wear a ring on this finger, ever. I always wear my Shiva eye, my pearl, my incredible gift from Za, and tonight, of course. But finishing it tonight is this ring that fits me perfectly. And I heard to share it with all of you. And so there you go. From the sands of Amarna, Egypt, to you. From the moment, I don't know if you can feel the tingling, but I even had an eye put on my fingernail. And I'm just going to turn my hands so that you can see how perfectly this ring fits me. And I'm then going to remove it after I've shared it with you, because I am very, very careful to only share this ring on very rare occasions, because it had been the antiquities people that we were blessed to get this through. It has, you see, it was put together again. It was in pieces. And so as I share that with you, and I feel that elimination, as I remove the ring of the Auricle carrying the energy of the divine Kuan Yin, and as I open up this beautiful Akhenaten oil, and I'm just going to do that. That's all I do anymore, because I sincerely do not know that we will ever have the blessing of this again, at least in this form. I'm offering that to all of you. And the reason that I'm offering this way this evening is I'm going to bring in our beloved Jess. And then I want to share with Jess kind of the inspiration I had for the way to walk through the energies of this moment, the energies of our mastery, the energies of dancing, the energies of being. However, this evening, from my little sacred, this is my private office area. This is where I hang out, right? From my sacred space to yours, from my heart to yours. The July experience is so profound, and humanity is at such a large transitionary moment, that this evening, I just want to invite your attention to that and appreciate you for being here. And thank you for offering me the gift of calling you into this sacred space together. And so Jess, Shri, I'd like to welcome in Jess, our beloved Jess Juntanen. There she is. Hey, sweetheart, welcome.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here and just in the blessing of everything you were just sharing. I mean, incredible. And as I do have that little bit of Akhenaten for the spray, I just anointed myself as well. There's the spray. incredible.
I just gave it to
I
you.
will bring more back with me. I will bring more.
Yes, yes. And so Jess, I wanted to bring you in because, July, this is a month of experience, and we're already in this experience. And this evening, what I'd like to do is walk us through. Oh my goodness, I need the host of this to please offer me the opportunity to share.
Oh, incredible.
So yeah, I'm unable to share. Hold on, let's see. Grant access. It's saying grant access and security and privacy.
What would you like to share? Because for some reason I can share and I have the calendar.
Let me just do this. It's saying I just need to authenticate. Forgive us, everyone, but I have a lot to share and I find this very fascinating. So give me 1 second. I think we can make this happen. Hey, we have made that happen. There we are. And it's saying, but I cannot do that until I quit and reopen, and I'm not going to quit and reopen.
Oh.
So, wow. So, wow. No, I've got it. It just came in. It's a magical.
Excellent.
So, we love it. We love
everybody.
it. This is our amazing group. So here we are this evening, and I want to begin and go back to 2020. So, Jess, I'm sure you're going to remember this, right?
Yes.
Right? So let's not forget what's going on. We did not know what was coming yet. We did not know about concentric dimensionality, but what was happening, and this is where we are right now. And it's important to remember this because I think a lot of people have forgotten, right? Because I put this out in 2020, like in August 2020, right? And look where we are.
Yeah.
Look where we are. Look at August 2021. So September 2020, the equinox of September 2020, which is why this equinox of September 2021, right, initiated a time compression to next month, which is the August 12 that we have just been, like, it's been all over. We have to get together as lineage holders on August 12. We have to get together as lineage holders on August 12. And I had actually forgotten about this moment until I was called to look at it. So as you gaze at that, what are you remembering? What are you noticing?
I mean, what I'm noticing is how crazy it is that this was a year ago that we looked at this, and to be looking at it again and remembering and recalling. And, what really is hitting me is this amplification, that we're amplifying the 2022 awareness that grabs me right there. And that here we are, August 2021, really moving into that energy of what's coming for 2022. I mean, that's blowing me away.
Well, and this is really important because if you look at July 2021, remember June, July, August are that June Julanctist, it's that trinity, right? It's those three together. And this is why I wanted to start here, because lest us not forget where we really are, right? Because October 2020, watch the arrows. So this is where it gets really intense, because the September 2020, by the time we hit October 2020, we were already experiencing August 2021.
Boom.
Right. Thank you. That's the moment. That's the moment. And here's the big jump, is that August 2021 will even determine if we get to March 2022.
Yeah, feeling that.
Right. And then you look at March 2022, we're back in November 2020, December 2020, because it was about one energy. So now go back and look. 2020 was a year of experience, which is what this month is, which is why the first circle, the September 2020 circle, matters, because it's July 2021, which is the experience that will be going right into the choice. And this choice is actually going to take us back to October 2020, when I believe the United States was in an election fever.
Yes.
And look what was happening then. That's going to happen in August 2021.
Okay.
So now that's why I'm saying pay attention, because this was so prophetically accurate. Again, if you really go back and just look and look at this. And so then when we come to 2021, this year right now, we are now in our 7th, we are just opening up our 7th month, and it's a year of choice. Everything we do this year will 100%, I'm going to stop the share because it's just that important, 100% determine the future of this experience. And that is why, and I really get, and we could talk about, I get how this can feel so insane to hear. And I really get it. I do. But this is why we need to remember that every breath we're taking right now is more than we've ever done before in this form.
Yes.
We've already made it. We've already succeeded. Now, can we take it to the ultimate success, which is not implode?
Yeah.
Right? Right? So as I share that with you, what are you noticing? What are you experiencing?
You know, it's such a profound sharing, and it's so big. I mean, to really take this all in. And I've been sharing this with myself and others lately. Like, it's incredible. We've made it farther than we really ever have before.
Right?
That is so cool, you know, and a lot of times we could forget that because we might think other iterations we've been through, we were so much further along, but no, our consciousness is actually at a higher level than ever, and that's exciting, you know. And of course there's like the moment of the breath catches, because I mean, how much responsibility do we have to create what's coming next? And it's a big feeling, and I feel people out there even hold their breath when we talk about it, because it's so important. It's the most important thing happening that we could be focused on right now. And yeah, and I think it's important to realize, like, you know, we don't have to mess this up. we can
Right.
we can do this. We are doing it.
Well, and to know, and I see that I froze. I love the spot I froze in. That's really making the emphasis I want this point to make, which is that, hey, there we are, which is that because we are aware this time, consider it this way. I'm gonna do another screen share. All right. So let me go ahead, and I want to remind us all of this. I want to remind us that when we were just talking about 2020, right? We didn't know this was coming. We knew that 2020 was this year of the dragonfly opening. It was the first time we had like these pillars and this pyramid and what looked like a lasso. And then when we looked up into 2021, it was, oh my God, it was this.
Yes.
And it was that spiral time and concentric dimensionality, saying all past, present, future now is in concentric. You see how they're all going in opposite directions. It is all in that the eternal you is in that concentric experience. And then, because I really want us to track, right? And then what came in was that 2021 is the year of eternal life. It is the 5-pointed star of eternal life that has ignited because we have had this opportunity to remember, to be able to gain all that we are. And you'll see here, guys, just if you want to learn more about this, just go to ShriandKira.com, click on Yoga Self-Ascension, learn this practice. And where does all that bring us? Well, it actually brings us, I have no idea why you can't see me. I have no idea. I promise you, I'm here. According to this, my video is going. But let me do another screen share, and then maybe it'll bring me back. I don't know. There we are. But here's the next thing to remember. The energy flow of 2021 is the framework of support. It actually is that support. And so this is important to pay attention to as you're gazing at this here. And I'm inviting all of you, if you look at this screen share, and this is right from the Up Level calendar, 2021, there we are, hi. 2021 calls forward spiral time as that torus field of concentric dimensionality. So look at the bottom left, right? So Jess, you know this. This is that place where steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust ignite that torus field, which is where we become the 0 point of energy ourselves. So that torus field you're looking at there, and that diagram is actually showing you what happens when we meet each other, torus field to torus field, and the ignition gets even greater, right? Whole being to whole being for total co-creation. Right. So above that framework of support hit enough of a critical mass that, as it says here, through that 2021 will sustain it. It's holding.
Wow.
It's holding. And this we put out, remember we put this out the end of 2020, that assists with this transformative experience of consciousness. This is the year where consciousness itself is being ignited to transform. And if you look right now at the spiral flow, and this talks about, you see how there's the 12 cycles. Those 12 cycles are the months that will concentrically affect the yearly energy. Everything is one right now. Everything is overlaid. And that's why I opened up by reminding everyone about the time compression. Because if you forgot about the time compression, then this could be a little more confusing. If you remember the time compression, it should be oh yeah, that's right. Right? Yes. Right. And so this is the key, that 0 point ignition of creation is pulsing greater, because the first band, that green, that you see between May and June, that first harmonic opening, that first one is sealed, it's open. And now we're getting ready for the second. And then of course we'll be getting ready for the third. Wow. And so all of this is affirmation that we have ignited ourselves into a greater sense of being than we ever have before.
Yeah. And I'm just blown away, because every time we look at these or explore them, it's like it anchors a little more. If you're out there looking at everything and going, oh my gosh, like just spend time with these graphics and the explanations and tracking, because it all starts to just really gel, and some other things clicked into place for me this time, even in looking at that. So thank you.
So tell me what clicked, because that's important to every time something clicks, it's an evolution.
Yeah.
And so let's acknowledge that moment.
Thank you. Well, I mean, that framework of support, and that being the ignition of the 0 point, and how that opened up into the middle of the concentric time. I mean, that just hit for me in a way it never did before.
All right, so look what I had ready to show next.
There we go. Like, I get it. Like, I get it.
Okay, so you're queuing it up. That's what that's you. That's your body on the yoga of self-ascension. That's me. That's literally living the steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust in the complete neutrality and suspended animation of, as the framework of support, as your own 0 point generating field. This is it. This is exactly what you're talking about right there. That is the body on the mastery of the yoga of self-ascension, right there.
I get it.
And the gift of that is really what I think you and I would refer to, many people would refer to as the miracle presence that brings forward, the miracles that ignites in our literal every moment breath of that which we are.
Yeah, right. Because when we're in that point, we are the creative force. We're in the center, and we're creating everything around us. And how could it be any other way?
And that this is our moment to do that, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead. Exactly. So I'm going to put up, here it is. Here is the July calendar. I mean, number one, let's just look at today. Okay. I have been talking about this ever since I put this calendar up. Yay, hallelujah. We are gone out of Mercury. We
Yeah.
are gone, right? We are gone. However, notice we left it going into fire, but it was the fire of illumination. And that fire of illumination was kind of this mini time. This month is all about fluid time. It's all about, everything is like a dripping dolly this month. Everything is fluid. Everything. Notice I have the time literally dripping in at the top.
Yeah.
It's very much about let go and go. Let go and go. And you see that illuminated new moon has a new open eye. That is what we were just talking about. That is that 0 point ignited eye in the center of the moment at hand that says, okay, what is in this spiral? Because you see this entire month is about the spiral. And right now, today, Tuesday the 6th, that you see that kind of like nebula energy right there. That nebula energy where the dripping time has come in is inviting you to claim it and say, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? And it begins right now and is going to go straight into that illuminated new moon and carry us through. You know, it's always 3 days before, 3 days after, right? 10, 11, bingo, 12, ascension up level. On the day we come back together for round 2 of the I Am discourses with the oneness lessons. I mean, let's look at that. And that wasn't planned either, right?
No, it's way, it's way too perfect. You know that something else higher is at work with how these dates flow and what comes forward. And like I know you've shared, when you create these calendars, like you don't know any more than we do until we get to that month, really what we're going to be navigating, and you read it then again, and it's like you're looking at it again for the first time. So I feel like it's so incredible how these dates are always on point, and I'm so excited about the lessons of oneness and nim opening back up on that 12th.
Yeah, I am too. And I want to remind everyone, and once again, hopefully I'll start coming back in real time shortly, but I do want to remind everyone that please go to ShriandKira.com and get on Monday Magic. You know, very shortly, Shri and I are going to be making some very powerful announcements this Sunday that do affect all of our shows and the way we interact with all of you. So we do invite you to make sure that you're with us this coming Sunday. Please join us at Shri and Kira Live, a very, very important show. And Monday Magic, we can share with you, is the gift that keeps on giving. And the place where you will always find Shri and I. If you will ever want to find us, you will always find us in Monday Magic. And so get in there and remember that it's a 100% donation, and that those donations support people who really need support. You know, what a blessing that not only are we coming together in community, but together we have been supporting so many beautiful beings to have access to clean drinking water, to be able to see a physician, to be able to relieved of their pain through the blessing of pure light, thanks to Jim Onek and Epic Lasers. So, you know, give yourself that gift. And so I just forgive me, but I get so excited about Monday Magic. I really do.
It's really important, I mean, get in there, everybody. It's such your donation matters, and it makes a difference, and you are going to be pleased that you did say yes.
Yeah. And I want to remind everyone, 517-208-1500. We do have quite a few of you holding, but there's actually still a few lines open, 517-208-1500. So just, we've got to go the Ascended Numerology. We've got to go.
We do.
Got to put it up, because there it is. And whew, every time I look at this month, tell me I see it all over you, Jess. Talk.
I lose my breath every time I look at it. I go, holy cow. I mean, all that infinite energy that we are diving in and out of, it just, it takes my breath away a little.
Well, I want to reiterate something I did talk about or share with everyone, both at our amazing miracle ceremony this past Saturday and also on Sunday's show. And that is, we come look at the wheel, look at the clock, so to speak. Okay, that is the cycle in the Ascended Numerology. So we came in at the 11. The 11 is the position you come in when you're either gaining the momentum to push yourself forward, or you've gone as far as you can go and you're just like, oh, I got to go back for a while. Well, we could have gone either way, because July is always going to be an 11. But this year, the July was about forward momentum so far that it took us to the 5, which if you were to take a line from that 5 to the 11, perfect balance, right? Perfect balance to the 5. It said, okay, we're going to make a perfect balance across from that 5, that 5-11, but then we're going to jump back into the universe. And then when these two meet out in the beautiful universe, we're going to come back in at the 7, another perfect support framework. And then we're going to bounce back up into the infinite, because we absolutely are being given that much support. And then what you gotta love is that pretty much immediately, right, on July 2nd, when Mercury finally said goodbye, right, we went back to the 5. Thereby, look at that double pyramid there. Wow. You see it's a double coming up, 5 infinite, infinite 7, 7 up, 7, 5, all a double. So not only did we come in at the 11 and say, ready, go, set, right? We're serious, we're doing this. We then did a double jump into the infinite to create our own pyramid, which is why the ancient Egyptian, this is why I said I was going to bring it all in, the ancient magi are talking. Let us not forget what is ascended numerology. We'll come back to the chart in a minute, but let us not forget, and this is where I want to bring us all right now. Remember that this planet, this beautiful, beautiful planet, and you know, the Lost Books of the Essene talks about this a lot. All of this is at ShriAndKira.com. And without going into all of that, this is a home, that the Garden of Eden, heaven, nirvana, this pristine wonderland blessing. To have a body of form here is still, and was, and has always been, of such a great honor, because it is an opportunity to continue the expansion of the consciousness through the expression of form. And so when this grand beauty began, without taking the whole show to talk about that and where we go in Ingapurka and Chobshi and here and that whole cycle, it was always an honor. And when you were taking form, the ancient scrolls would be placed in the hands of those that had been charged with shepherding your mastery, which was assured. But it was assured in a way that was very unique to that moment. Ascended numerology exists outside of this space and time continuum, because ascended numerology works in the universal language of arithmetic. And it is the full spectrum of our numerical experience. Remember that the numerology of this planet truncates everything. You know, it's like the Council of Nicaea saying, women, yeah, get them out of here. Jesus had sex. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. You know, so let's go ahead and truncate. So what happened was, when you truncated numerology to the cardinal numbers of 1 to 9, and got rid of our infinite nature and our expansive mastery presence, everything truncated and imploded to support our level of consciousness only being able to attain a certain level of awareness. Because how do we grow? You know, right? Awareness, experience, choice. The ascended presence, it's always awareness, experience, choice, awareness, experience, choice. It's just where is our consciousness meeting that? So in this exquisite journey that we're on right now, I want to bring the numerology back up again, because it's this moment, Jess. I mean, it's this absolute moment. Look at the body. Look at the body. So the 11 is the divine energy. And I do want to just let you know that we have very full house call lines. So we're going to get you guys in just a second, but you need to know this. You are in your divine energy. That means that remember we did living in the fifth dimension? Look at how COVID as an activator started Monday Magic, and look where we are now. Look what's happening now. That's happened because of COVID.
Incredible.
Right? Talk about an activator, right? So look at that divine energy for that is July. That's always going to be July. And then that divine energy is going where? To your truth. And it's saying to your truth, do not be afraid to be the truth of who you are outside of this illusion. It comes into the truth. The divine energy comes into the truth, takes you right back out and says, are you ready to believe it? Are you ready to know the truth? Are you ready to take action? Or are you that afraid? And then the universe sends it right back in and it becomes your vision. Look what's going on.
Right.
You think we're all, and then as if that's not enough, look what's happening Saturday. Where are we going Saturday? You tell me, Jess. We're going.
We've got our illuminated new moon, and what? We're going up to our lotus chakra.
Right? Right? I mean, 5, 7, 8, divine presence. The universe has literally got Thor's hammer going, hello, hello, hello. Let me break open every barrier. Let me break open every bullshit belief. Let me get out of your head. What are you doing? You know, the universe is saying, look, it really is. I hate to say it, but it's that old joke. It's that, look, I threw you a life raft. I sent you a boat. I gave you all of these things, you know, when are you going to get it? That is July. And before we go to the phone lines, I do want to share one more because July is this. It's the reminder. Let's see if I can make it any bigger. I don't know if I can. There we go. It is the reminder of our multidimensional overlay. It is the universe saying, and this started just with the up level. This is why we were given the 2 years.
Right.
So that we had time to adapt. Notice the copyright 2018.
Yes.
They've been giving us time. And I was also smiling at the perfect balance of 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Perfect balance. 2022, number 5, eternal life. They've been talking to us and saying, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. And so, Jess, how are you feeling about this incredible, exquisite moment?
I'm feeling amazing. I'm so excited to be here. I'm ready for it. I hope you all are ready for it because it's our time, darn it. You know, it is our time.
It really is our time. And I can tell by our call board, it's everyone's time. We have a lot of people waiting to speak right here. So let's go ahead. We're going to go right over to Houghton, Michigan. I think I'm saying that right.
That's me.
Hey, well, that's right near Jess. Hi there, beloved, who's right near Jess. Welcome.
I'm right in Jess's backyard.
Woohoo! Do we have a stalker? No. It's like, I can see you, Jess. All right. Well, I want to sit back and listen to this. I'm going to raise a glass to that. All right. Well, welcome, beloved one. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you. Thank you both for this show and for being who you are.
Thank you, my angel.
And what a wild time, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
In every way. It certainly is. How can we serve you?
And I feel like I'm coming into something I dreamed of many years ago. And I would love a mini soul reading.
Well, I love, and I know Jess does too, that you are our first caller this evening because my angel, the answer is yes, you are, as are many. And this is one of the mastery affirmations right now. Remember that in this circular time, in this concentric dimensionality, everything we've been talking about this evening, what is the dream or what is the vision that is coming forward? How is the universe bringing it back? And are you, and a question for the all, and are you accepting that the greater the vision, the faster it manifests? We are at a moment right now, and I'm so grateful that you're bringing this forward, because what you're doing is, it is absolutely happening. The gift is that the moment, this July moment, remember that ascended numerology we were just showing, and the way that this is all working, it's actually the moment. Go big, think as big as you can. Let go of how will I put all that together? Just let it get beautiful. And then watch the law of instantaneous manifestation line it up so fast. I challenge you not to giggle. And all around you right now, that's what I see too, is lots of giggling. And they're saying, laugh more, giggle a lot, and dance into the dream, because it is manifesting. And I love what they're showing me. They're showing me the cross of perfect balance, you know, that the four, the cross of perfect balance, and it's spinning around you, and you're just giggling and like throwing up your hands, and they're saying it is already happening. Now allow it to be even more manifest. And so it is. Thank you so much for calling in. Jess, did you want to share anything?
Thank you. I think everything you shared was perfect and aligned, because I just really saw you as that portal and the Merkaba, and you being that lifting creator creation energy, and gold, 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 gold. It's all
Right.
yours. Go for it, girl. Go big.
Yay. We love you, honey. Namaste. Mwah. Bye, honey.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Well, Jess, you know, before we go, we're going to go to, I will let you know, we're going to go to the wireless caller that has raised her hand twice going, ooh, I've got to talk to you. So we'll be going to you in just a moment, wireless unknown caller. But before we get there, Jess, I just wanted to share that what we just exhibited, what we just walked through with our caller in your backyard is, which I love that, is this recognition that right now in this moment, we are all, what's coming forward in you? What's a dream you've had that's suddenly looking at you, or something that you might have let go of, or something that's manifesting in new ways? What are you noticing?
You know, it's really big, beautiful plans for doing things around this lake where I live, Lake Superior. And for a long time, I thought about doing things like that, but it's like really right in front of me, you know, a retreat center, a place, you know, the little oasis here to create that for people, and writing, and, you know, all these things that I kind of put aside, or maybe later or whatever, but are really in front of me now, saying, pay attention, you know, you can do this.
You are doing it.
I am doing this.
You are doing it. And, you know, let's do the Evasa Center up at the UP, you know, let's keep moving. Let's get all that energy out there, you know, open your retreat center, the Self Ascension Studios retreat center, you know, let's get that thing rolling. And so doing that, we got a lot of people on hold. I'm going to move to our next caller, and I hopefully pre-queued wireless unknown with your hand up. You've got a question. Namaste, beloved one. Welcome. You're on the air.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that I got through. Hi, Jess. It's Pauline.
Namaste, Pauline.
My share was what I shared on Jess's show. July 3rd through the 7th, the stars of Sirius is aligning with the sun, and then I read a lot about it. And then they were saying there's another time that's going to happen, and it's August 8th during the Lionsgate till the 12th. So it's really interesting that it's coinciding with some of the things you're talking about. That's all I needed to share, and I'd like to have a mini soul reading from you if that's possible.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing, my love. I really appreciate that. And, you know, the one thing Archangel Zodkill always says so beautifully is truth is truth. You know, truth is truth. And each being receives that truth in the way that they are ready to receive that energy. And the energy that, as in your request for a mini soul reading this evening, the energy that is floating around you, it's really beautiful. It's very watery. And it has like this very, very aquamarine, lots of aquamarine, lots of sapphire blues, and very, very beautiful greeny bluey. But what's fascinating is that woven through it is this, it's like a soft, the word I want to use is melody. It's like a soft melody that just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. Quiet your mind and be with the one that calls the greatest joy, and from there you will unlock the rest. And there's this one right behind you that's saying, yeah, relax and remember. We love you, sweetheart.
Thanks so much.
You're
Thank you,
welcome. Many blessings. You know, Jess, we muted Pauline, but I know she would still be hearing you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Oh, just beloved one, let your feet kiss the earth as you walk, and let the whispers of the earth speak to you, and just really be in that joy of your connection. And thank you.
I love that, Jess. I just love that. And, I want to go back and share again that we cannot stress it enough. So let's go back. And when we can give ourselves the gift of releasing, and I want to hear from you how you were able to do that. And those of you on the phone, stay on there. We will be coming back. How was it when you first were able to relax and let go of thinking you were crazy, for actually knowing that you've done this before, that consciousness is expanding, and that you are living in a multidimensional, extraordinarily visionary world? I mean, how did that come forward for you? Because I know it's a big moment.
That's
right?
A whole show.
That is a whole show. Let's remember that.
Yeah, I think for sure, like many of us, it comes in pieces. You're hearing these things, you're hearing conversations like we're having right now, and I started to open to that, like, well, maybe let's try this on, maybe this could be so, and let the imagination go. And I think for me, what was huge though was saying yes. I know when I started saying yes to getting off the beaten path, and when I became a birth doula, I mean, that comes up right away. It's like when I said yes to what my soul was leading, that all opened up as like there's just so much more here to be seen. So for my experience, it was following my truth that led to that opening to see more, experience more, understand that more is happening. And as I kept allowing myself to be in that dance, it just became more and more something I trusted, because I saw it, I saw the truth in it.
Well, and as you're seeing the truth in that, you're also seeing the truth in yourself. Yet there is that moment where, the capital T, you got the truth, but it's also about the trust, isn't it? It's about that moment where you've got to trust yourself outside of every single paradigm that is doing everything it can to stop you from saying yes to you, to stop you from knowing. It really is that moment where you have to just say, okay, I know I am. Yeah. And in that knowing, let's take, for example, imagination, what many people call imagination. What if you could let go of the fact that everything is your imagination? And what if you could actually dive into a recognition that whatever you can co-create, you have lived in a potentiality? Wow. That in the infinite, in the experience of the infinite potentialities, and as we are bleeding over into this one right now, by design, by choice, because consciousness has expanded beyond where it has ever been before, once we let go of the mythology that seeks to tell us it hasn't, that's part of that's a whole other show. The consciousness itself, our ability, we're not saying everyone's attained it. We're certainly not saying the world or the human race has attained it. What we are experiencing is that in this moment, we are at a moment where the potentiality and the ability to have the manifest form hold the highest frequency of consciousness ever is now happening now. I am a living witness of that. I am the living proof of that. Just look at any pictures of me over the past 2 years. And because of that, the gateway is open for us all to do that. All it ever takes is any one of us to not let anything of the illusion stop us, and to know that as we keep moving, those things may even start throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
And it is our mastery presence that the body infinitely trusts, that the mind has acquiesced to, that keeps us in the law of instantaneous manifestation and goes so far beyond anything we could ever call forward in our mind, that all we can be is on the other side of it.
Wow.
So I want you to breathe that in, because that's how I live every day. And that's how anyone can live any day. When you say, I am 100% the yoga of self-ascension. I'm not going to go look out over here. I'm not going to go look out over there. I'm not going to go read that over there. I'm not going to go do that over there, because I know this stuff works.
Yeah.
And I am Shreya's, Masha, you, many others, living examples of what 100% self-ascension is legitimately doing. It is legitimate. I don't know why we're not on the news. Legitimately reverse aging, right? This is, okay, literally, I'm so hot all the time. There it is. Look at this, right?
It's an undercoat of hair growing in.
Brand new. And it's pure black. Look at this, right? And I'm hot.
I bet you are.
But you can see, look, here is my other hair, so long you can't even see it. Here is this new hair that's been growing for what, I don't know, 6-7 months now.
Yeah.
We are at a moment where we, as a adaptive experience of consciousness in form, are at our very essence transforming. And for those of us that are saying yes, and knowing you are not crazy, you are not alone. In every way, you are actually the mainstream truth. The more that we say yes, the greater we are able to affect the balance of consciousness. And perhaps this time, because we are aware, because we are awake, we can actually accomplish what we came here to this timeline right now to accomplish. And that is to not implode. So how does that, when you receive that?
I am all for it. You know, for me, I am like, let's do this. I'm excited. And having had the blessing of witnessing everything that you're sharing as true, it's like, yes, I'm so excited. Yes, it's like, it's that time where it gets to be easier. It gets to be fun. It gets to be whatever we want to make it to be. So I'm signed up. I already signed up. I'm here.
Oh, me too. And, speaking of that, I pray that all of you are in Navigating the Inner Matrix, because if you're not, you've got to get in now. I mean, literally, it will be too late by tomorrow night. But if you're not doing Navigating the Inner Matrix, it is the foundation of everything. And what's already happened after week 1 is mind-blowing. And so this is the last week to dive in. We did already begin, but you can still get in, but you're going to have to get in now, or the live will be closed. We won't be able to accept more registrations after really the next 24 hours. And at the very least, make sure you're there Monday, the 12th.
Yes.
In the incredible Monday Magic, as we launch on the up level date. And this Saturday is an incredibly important day, because it is the illuminated new moon. It is my beloved husband, Sri Ramka's birthday. And Jess will be shepherding. Jess, tell us about that new moon event. We have just about 2 minutes left in the show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, happy birthday to Shri. That's the biggest thing, I think. And come hang out at the new moon ceremony. Every month I've been putting these together where we get to connect and do some of the practices of the yoga of self-ascension and share in the energies and do an amazing meditation and activate ourselves to really be in this flow. So it is an honor to facilitate that. Thank you. Please, selfascensionstudios.com if you want to join.
There it is, selfascensionstudios.com. And what time do you do that, Jess?
It's going to be 7 p.m. on Saturday.
What time zone?
Oh, Eastern.
Okay, so 7 p.m. Eastern time zone this Saturday, selfascensionstudios.com. You definitely want to be there. And thank you for the acknowledgement of my beloved's birthday coming up. And then remember, my angels, Shri and I, massively important, really like you're going to be wanting to be there show coming up on the 11th, getting ready for Monday Magic Ascension Up Level Massive 12th, which is 1 month before the August 12th lineage holder, kind of like urgent call. Let's just call it adjustment time surf gathering.
All right.
because it's going to be an interesting moment. And remember, it always works in those 30 days. So it's fascinating to me that August 12th happens to coincide with the July 12th.
Yeah, no accidents there.
No, none at all. And so to all of you that we're holding, please call us on Sunday or call us again next Tuesday. Jess, why don't you take us home, my love?
Yeah, in this moment, just honoring ourselves and the blessing of having come together once again in community in remembrance of the truth of who we are. We see you and we love you. Thank you for being here.
Oh, namaste, my angels. May your week be extraordinary, and may you always know the love that you are. We love you. Many blessings. Namaste.